outside. We finally saw a little bit of hazy sunshine. We are going to continue this onshore flow pattern. More clouds and more fog, and you can always follow me on Twitter at Vera KTLA. Your forecast is coming up shortly. But you know what? I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to appreciate that we don't have any severe weather like they're having there with those wildfires. In the meantime, though, we do have a little bit of hazy sunshine. Los Angeles, 65 in San Diego, 66 in Ontario, and 79 as we take a look at Palm Springs. Your wake-up temperature tomorrow going to be a little bit foggy in Huntington Beach. The winds out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour, 59 degrees. The warm-up not going to be that significant, only by 2 degrees. That'll be the daytime high in Huntington Beach tomorrow. The winds will be a little bit stronger, but the good news is, take a look at this. You'll see a little bit more sunshine. We'll see increasing sunshine by the afternoon, and eventually things will start to warm up, but I say eventually because that's still a couple of days away. 66 Wednesday will increase for you Saturday, but by very little into early part of next week. And that's a look at your 7-day forecast. The rest of the 7-day forecast in your detailed 24-hour coming up in just a little bit. Guys, back to you for now. And good evening, everyone. It is starting to get a little bit gray again tonight. We will see that pattern of clouds and fog in the morning, but when will it finally clear up? I'll have that for you on the 7-day coming up. All right, well, that was a great story. From that, we go to this, a nice thick deck of clouds that is going to be with us for the most part all week. Even into the weekend, we are going to see some afternoon sunshine, but for the most part, it is going to be this on and off clouds and fog for most of the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the high over downtown Los Angeles today. 4 degrees below average, right around 70 degrees. Below average temperatures are going to persist through tomorrow. In fact, it's actually going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow because we're going to get even more clouds than we had today and less clearing. 63 degrees is the current temperature over Long Beach, 68 in Palmdale. Riverside, we're looking at 68 for you and 63 in Oceanside. Here's that storm track moving in an easterly direction, and you can see it's just one low after another, and here's the one that's going to be approaching. This one is actually going to be a little bit stronger than the one that just made its passing through. So this one will arrive probably Wednesday night into Thursday, and with this one we'll actually see again another chance of drizzle and maybe even a shower or two along the foothills. But again, it'll be very light in nature. Most of the inclement weather is actually going to stay well to our north. San Francisco will see some showers from that system. As we look at the microcast, this will be 10 o'clock tonight. I just want you to see how thick that marine layer is going to be in the overnight hours, and you can see that again, we're going to see very little clearing. In fact, by tomorrow, Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it is still going to be pretty gray outside. We will see a little bit of sunshine, but not nearly as much as we had this afternoon. Overnight lows are going to be rather mild. 72 in Riverside, 69 in San Bernardino, 60 in Wrightwood, 70 in Chino, and along the coast, as you can imagine, with all that cloud cover, it's going to be for the most part in the low 60s. And there's not going to be that much difference when we have that much cloud cover. Temperatures tend to stay pretty moderate between our coastal communities and our inland areas. 69 in Newhall, 68 in Woodland Hills, and 64 in Santa Monica. So again, almost everyone is going to be in the 60s. 7-day forecast is going to shape up like this. Again, around 68 for Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see a little bit of an increase in the winds, probably to advisory levels again Thursday into Friday, and then on Saturday it'll be nice by the afternoon. If you're going to be planning an Easter egg hunt, it'll be sunny in the afternoon and 70 degrees. That's a look at your 7-day forecast. And outside we're seeing partly cloudy skies. We saw more sunshine this afternoon. How much sun will we see tomorrow? I'll have that for you coming up. You know what? Exactly that. We're in that May gray June gloom pattern, even though we're still in April. But you know what? When you think about the fires that they're having in Texas, we're not going to complain about a little marine layer. In fact, we're going to welcome a little marine layer. Let's go ahead and take a look at the current temperatures in downtown Los Angeles right now. We're looking at 60 degrees, 63 in San Diego, 59 in Ontario, and in Palm Springs, 72 degrees. And I just got a tweet from Rog in Santa Paula. He says it's 59 degrees in Santa Paula right now. So good evening to everybody in Santa Paula watching. Right now, as we go ahead and take a look at the overnight lows, temperatures are going to be in Huntington Beach is going to wake up to foggy skies. The winds will be light. We're looking at 59 degrees when you roll out of bed. The daytime high not going to warm up much. In fact, only by a couple of degrees. We're looking at 61. We'll see increasing sunshine, which will be nice, and that's why we're going to see partly cloudy skies for tomorrow afternoon in Huntington Beach. And in just a little bit, we're going to be talking about some return of the winds for Thursday. We're going to have a detailed 24-hour forecast, and of course the all-important 7-day, because Easter and the weekend are coming up. And I'll have all that for you coming up in just a minute. Guys, back to you for now. Because we're seeing that onshore flow, we have a few storms passing to our north, and we're just getting affected by, or being affected by, the tail end of those cold fronts, and that's really why we're seeing such a deep marine layer and so many clouds. But before we get to that, at the high today over downtown Los Angeles, how about 70 degrees? Again, below average, and that's because we had so much cloud cover. We saw a little bit more sunshine than we were expecting, which was fabulous, but still, it didn't really warm up all that much. And tomorrow, it's actually going to be a little bit cooler because that marine layer is going to be thicker. Outside right now, we're looking at 60 degrees in Long Beach, 57 for Palmdale, 59 in Riverside, and 61 along the coast in Oceanside. On the satellite radar, here's what we're seeing. The storm, the jet stream, is keeping all of those systems to our north, so we're not really being affected too much in terms of precipitation. And you can see here's a little tail of that cold front. It's going to swing, 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 and it's going to make that onshore flow thicker, and that's what's going to bring out all that cool weather, the clouds, even some drizzle. And believe it or not, we're going to see more strong winds as we get closer to Thursday. And again, that's going to be because of that difference in temperature. On the microcast, starting at tonight at about 10 p.m., we set this little guy in motion, and you can see, look at that, overnight that cloud deck really builds that marine layer. We also have a coastal eddy just off the Pacific there, and that's also going to help to produce those really deep clouds. And believe it or not, we're not going to see a heck of a whole lot of clearing tomorrow, so again, that's going to track 60s. All right, if you live along the Orange County coast, no drizzle probably tomorrow. Thursday is when we're going to see a stronger track pass to our north, so we're going to see some drizzle. The winds will also